Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you two core teams you can use for the Tower of Doom. The first one is going to be a low-level team, just requiring no mythics whatsoever, but still really effective. And the second one will be employing the Void Dragon, because a lot of people will be able to use that troop, because it is the current mythic of the week. Anyway, first of all, pop to the shop, make sure you grab the Doomed Weapon, the Doomed Volge. Much better to get it from here than craft it in the Soul Forge, because you're going to want to go to probably at least tier 4 anyway, because really cool events this. You can pick up those Dark Forge Scrolls, which are going to be really cool. You can power up your purple Doomed weapons, get them more powerful, get them upgraded. So we've got that, and absolutely essential to use it in the team as well. A lot of people still miss this. The event weapon earns ×2 score for this event only. That means double dooms. If you're not using this weapon in the team, you're just not helping out your guild at all. There'll be people literally looking at your score thinking, why aren't you using the weapon? Don't be that person. Right, now let's crack on with floor 1. Every floor is different for every guild, so don't follow what I'm doing here. Right, for this no mythic team, I'm going to use the weapon, of course. Have to use that. Then we're going to use Starflower, Forenza, and Leprechaun. This is going to work really well. You can actually have 2 Starflowers or 2 Forenzas if you so desire, but obviously you are restricting yourself on the colours more if you have 2 Forenzas, because we're just going to be using purple and green otherwise. But the weapon does damage to the first 2 enemies, +2 per tempering level boost, then creates 2 purple gems for each purple ally and enemy. If the enemy has a doom, gain a random status effect. So that is okay in itself, but damage is good when it's boosted, and we can do this with both of these troops. The Starflower has a 50% chance to fairy fire a random enemy at the start of her turn. So just fairy fire them and they're going to get a 50% increase in damage from incoming spells. And as well as that, she does damage to all enemies, which can wipe out the entire enemy team, of course. And she has a summon. Really good, and a 20% chance to transform a random enemy to a pixie. No matter how powerful they are, that could be an absolute game changer on its own. Really good. But Forenza works fantastically well with her, because Forenza creates 1 Fairy Fire gem when her turn begins, which means you've got a guaranteed Fairy Fire gem on the board. So when we cast our Leprechaun and we blow up them gems, Fairy Fire gems are green. We're going to Fairy Fire the enemy really quickly and then do extra damage. And Forenza does damage to all at the same time and has another summon. So basically we've got a summon from Forenza, a summon from Starflower, and there's even a summon built into the talent trees here. Where is it? Back up. 35% chance to summon a bandit when an ally dies. Hopefully that won't happen. But yeah, we're going to be in Archer class for this to start with. Really good to start with 50% mana. And remember as well, 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal. Gets really handy when those battles get tougher. Just take a skull hit, because normally you're going to have to take those skull matches to avoid taking that big amount of damage yourself. And you can get a 15% chance just to kill somebody absolutely outright. Really cool. Second one doesn't really matter, but Root Trap, really nice to entangle the enemy at the start as well. Backup we know about. All vines, all green, allies gain 5 armor. 30% chance to dodge skull damage. Yeah, pretty cool indeed. Right, so we're going to start the game off. We can activate the Fairy Fire gem by casting our Leprechaun. Starflower might create one anyway, and just do extra damage to the enemies. So this is going to be nice and straightforward at first. Let's jump into a battle or two. Oh, I didn't show the banner. I'll show that in a second. Right, so there's our Fairy Fire gem. We can absolutely guarantee we get this by casting Leprechaun. There we go. They're dead already. They've been Fairy Fired. We're just waiting 1 round to get charged. Starflower's up. Forenza's up. And cast them back to back to finish off the enemy. They got a summon. It doesn't matter. We got extra troops charged. Get out of it, sunshine. You're going to have to wait, matey boy hound. Right, so floor 1, that's the unlock. Let's do this. And the cool thing about the weapon is as well, for any extra purple enemies like this, there's a whole bunch of purple enemies now. We do extra purple creation. So we're going to get 8 from our side, 8 from their side. So that's going to be 16 purple gems created. Really cool. You can grab this. We've got that Fairy Fire effect already, not that we need it, but let's cast Leprechaun. There we go. Pick your poison, Starflower or Forenza. Everybody get out of it. Medals are nicer to boost up your team for this one. Floor 2, the unlocked scroll is in the same legendary room. So this is going to be really quick for the first few levels, and no mythic required. Let's wait for our fairy fire gem to appear. There it is. Let's cast the Leprechaun. Valraven's been affected by that. Let's just get rid of them all straight away. I mean, with the combination of Starflower, Forenza, and damage from the weapon, and Fairy Fire, this is going to be good for quite a few floors. And no mythic required. Let's wait for our Fairy Fire gem. There it is. Guaranteed to destroy it when you cast Leprechaun. Starflower's up. Mega fast. Right, jump forward to floor 6 because the early floors are really straightforward. But I'm going to show how I use this team. The location of the scrolls will vary from guild to guild, so don't copy what I'm doing now. We have a luck scroll in the epic room for this, so we'll go and get that. The kind of scrolls you're looking for are things like the luck scrolls, fireball, haste, and of course the unlock scroll. Now the cool thing about this team is when you cast your Leprechaun, you don't always cast him straight off the bat, because we get a Fairy Fire gem appear every single round, courtesy of Forenza, and you may get a normal badge with it. If it was like there, for example, we could have matched it with green and matched it automatically and got a Fairy Fire straight away. But if it's not like that, you can cast Leprechaun off the bat, pick up that Fairy Fire gem. We're now getting 50% extra damage on him, and then we can just collect our mana in the usual kind of way. Let's cast this first. There's one purple using troop on that side, so we're going to create 10 extra purple gems. Didn't get a match there, but there's our Fairy Fire gem again. And now Forenza's up and finishes off. This is floor 6, so this is when the enemies are starting to get a little bit more tricky. The unlocked scroll for me is in room 1. Let's go and get that. Right, so we can match this, you see. So it's better to actually match that when you can, like that, because we've got one Fairy Fire, and when you cast your Leprechaun when you can't get a match, you effectively get a second Fairy Fire, effectively almost for free. Apart from it went to go on the same opponent. Never mind, that's the way it goes. So everybody's ready. We'll get that anyway. We've got a second Fairy Fire, extra damage. Everybody's wiped out really easy. Right, let's just do this last room and then we'll show the mythic based team. Now we've got a good chance of being able to match this Fairy Fire straight away, but no, it landed in a funny place, so we'll get that anyway. They're both up. Cast them back to back. Nitro medals to boost things up. See you all later. Mega fast, no mythic required. Right, so that team will speed you through the early levels, and they'll go further than that. I just want to show this second team at the same time. This is using the Void Dragon, the one we got from the Mythic key opening. Really good dragon, absolutely love it. Does magic based damage to all enemies, boosted by blue and purple gems, then create 9 to 13 purple gems using blue, purple and brown, and gains 2 magic when matching purple gems. So every time we get purple, we are going to increase the power output of its damage. So Lyraza is a really good choice for this. Conjure a Madness Storm when her turn begins. That is purple and blue, which is going to help charge it up really quickly, and that's when her turn begins. So that is every single round. That is a constant storm. Even if the enemy overrides the storm early on, then we'll get it back. Now Order Father is here because he entangles a random enemy when matching a purple. So all this purple we're going to be collecting, the enemy is going to be permanently entangled. Entangling the enemy on these Tower of Dooms, especially when it gets tougher, is actually pretty important. The skulls hit really hard and can do a lot of damage, and as well as that, we can also transform red to purple and yellow to skulls. Red to purple, we're using purple, don't use red, absolutely superb. And it has a summon at the same time. And we can create those skulls almost recklessly to a certain extent later on, because obviously the whole team will probably be entangled. So we can have a lot of fun with skulls at the same time, while charging up the team and casting the Void Dragon, which should loop really well with Lyraza. So if you don't have Order Father, you can pop in something like a Leprechaun for a fast start, just cast that, blow up gems, and get it going that way. And because we're creating a gem, the skulls for this, remember, Archer class, super useful for this. We have a 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal. So on those really high level opponents later on, they can still just die from a single skull hit no matter what level you play at. And we also start with a 50% mana star as well. Hunter's Mark A, random enemy on 4 or 5 of a kind. Root Trap, they're going to start entangled anyway. So they're going to start entangled and they're going to pretty much stay entangled. Can have a 35% chance of a backup if you like, or start with a Leaf Storm. All green allies gain 5 armor. Dodge, 30% chance dodge skull damage. Yeah, pretty nice. Alright, let's jump in. The banner for this one is going to be +2 purple, +1 blue, -1 yellow. Night banner from the City of Thieves. Right, let's dive into this one. As our Madness Storm, blue and purple fall more than the other colours. So yeah, we can take that or we can leave it for them. We can actually do this damage. Create more purple for our team due to the Potion of Enchantment. It means our dragon's up next round anyway, but let's create more purple just for fun and do it this way. Do the damage, charge up again. You can do the skull damage if you like. Cast again, whatever you prefer. Right, floor 7 was just the unlock scroll, so I'll go straight now to the boss room, and we'll show him who's boss. There's that entangle absolutely straight away, so we're already safe. Let's collect some stuff for our dragony friend. That gets the weapon up. When there's more purple using enemies, the weapon works even better, because the cool thing is we get those extra purple gems for each purple ally, but it works for the enemy as well. So we get 8, obviously, because we're using all purple on our team, but we've got 3 other troops that use purple here, so this is going to be so much purple. Going to leave those ones there. Look at that. Bingo bango. It's got a chance to loop because of our Madness Storm, and all the while it loops, you just keep casting it over and over again. Very simple. And all those purples, remember, we keep on getting those lovely entangles at the same time, keeping us safe from skull damage. Anyway, the haste scroll is in the first room. Let's make this the last battle. Very straightforward, nice and easy. When you get looping, you're going to make mincemeat of the enemy. And remember, as you progress through this event as well, your troops are going to get more and more powerful because of all the boons that your guild collects. Full guide to Tower of Doom will be in a link in the description below. Alright, we're ready to go. Let's grab that first. Any random cascades of purple are going to cause an entangle. Yeah, don't think you're doing anything, because you're not. We'll take that anyway to get it out of the way, to clear some space for more purple for us. And the unlock scroll is in the legendary room. Let's grab this. Can we make that? No, we can't. So in that case, we'll grab some purple, get another entangle going on. Let's do some damage, create purple. Didn't charge up that time, but it will do. Oh, it will do. It will do, it will do. Good to go again. When the Void Dragon's ready, always best to cast that straight away. Got a high chance of looping. As well grab that, so that means we're good to go as well. They're dodging that so we can create skulls when Alderfather's up next round. Because they're entangled, you don't even have to look, you can just go for it and just whack them out of there. Of course, you can go so many different routes with this team as well. Like, you can, rather than the Alderfather, go something like Amethyalus, the dragon, uses purple. It's going to give +2 magic, I think it is, to all troops when matching purple. Let's have a look at that. Let's change the dragon. Because the Cosmic Dragons would be good for this as well, wouldn't they? Yeah, Amethyalus. Give 2 magic to all purple allies when matching purple gems. That is at the cost of that protection node from the Alderfather regarding the entangle. Other troops that would be good for this. I used Lemigrim in my other team, but that was only because you could get the fire or burn all enemies really easily with one Eros, which is going to then therefore make Lemigrim create the maximum amount of purple gems. That's why he's not in this team, but Lunarelion would be good in this. Give 1 to all skill points to purple allies when matching purple gems and damage to all. Convert 5 purple to purple dragon gems. 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by purple. So yeah, a lot of different ways you can go about it. I just like this route because it is important to be safe from those skull matches, which happens with the Alderfather pretty much automatically when we play the game. But there it is, there's the teams, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, it'd be really cool if you press that like and subscribe button, it really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.